guesser, huh?
Well, you look at the missing
Hi, how are
teeth.
you? Hello, how you doing?
How are you? Welcome.
Good to see you. Don't get cold out here now. You're moving pretty fast though, aren't you? Hi, how are you?
Good,
Good to
bless
see
you.
you. I'm great. Who's this beautiful girl? I bet you are 4 years
Some
old.
of your teeth. You shake hands.
Don't move good.
Where's your hand? Isn't that just the hand of the goat? And your hand? Maybe 14.
Thank you for your welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a
Good
dance.
to see you. I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for the welcome.
And are you 6? How old are you? Are you 6? How old?
I'm 5. There we go.
Hi, Daisy. You're doing a good job. Hello, Your Excellency. Hi. Hi.
Good job, Daisy. Yeah. Carol James.
What are you taking you to see?
We are. See where we got our sea proclamation on, huh?
Yes.
We'll go talk about that.
Your Excellency.
They call me Grandpa Book.
Did you get a grandson?
Yeah, we have 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
But the girls still rule.
only pink boys.
Oh, they're sissies. The boys are sissies.
Lovely to meet you.
You did a great job.
Hi, Patricia. I'm Deborah Granger. Nice to meet you.
That's something.
Yes.
That's something. We've got to work to remember all those names.
Oh, yes.
And all those birthdays.
Just my one gift collectively.
Yeah.
There you go. How are you? There you go. There's Daisy.
Daisy.
Well, Daisy, your coat matches. It's caution. There you go. And look at that. How are you?
I'm Patricia Decker. I work with His Excellency. I'm the deputy secretary. Nice to meet you.
The last 3 days, Daisy was definitely there we got the I know.
I just check something here, John? Looks like they're coming back down, John. John? I'm here. Should be okay. Can I check something here, John? John, can I check something here? John, can I check something here? I'm just gonna check the phone.
and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you please welcome His Excellency the Right Honourable David Johnston, Governor General of Canada, Her Excellency Sharon Johnson, and the Honourable Christy, Premier of British Columbia. I'd like to invite the Honourable Christy, Premier of British Columbia, to say a few words. Premier?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thanks to everybody who's joined us today from all around the Victoria area, all the young people who I know are working really hard at school, right? Yes. Okay, that's great, because that's your guarantee of the future. And you are the guarantee of our future as well. Thanks very much to all of the dignitaries as well, and the parents and families and teachers who've joined us today. On behalf of the people of British Columbia, I would like to welcome Your Excellencies on your first official visit to our beautiful province. In the past year, you've had the opportunity to see much of our country and preside over many events which have been unique to their areas. And we're proud to welcome you to Victoria, Canada's westernmost provincial capital, here on the shores of the Pacific Ocean, facing some of the most important countries in the world in Asia. And we are also on the traditional territory of the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations. From our rough beginnings as a Hudson Bay fort to the shining success that we are today here in British Columbia, our province's history has been written by her people, people who have worked hard and become world leaders in so many different areas. And the mountains and the ocean provide a backdrop of beauty for thriving industry in our province, and British Columbia remains a land of opportunity. The people you'll meet on your BC journey will be as diverse as our province is. And I know you'll enjoy Family Day with our Maritime Forces Pacific and your meetings with the First Nations in Tofino, Bamfield, and Vancouver. I know that the people of the Canadian Club of Vancouver are also eagerly awaiting your arrival, and you'll meet so many of the people who are weaving the history of our province, even as we speak. 140 years ago, British Columbia joined Confederation, and we took our place as proud Canadians. As representatives of the Crown, I am sure you will see the evidence throughout Victoria of our long tradition with Britain and the monarchy. Over the years, BC has hosted many members of the royal family, and our residents maintain a steadfast loyalty to the Crown. We are honored that you're here with us today. We hope that today's ceremonies and your journey over the next 3 days will mark the first of many, many official visits to British Columbia, and that the beauty and the majesty of our province will encourage you to visit again soon. I would like now to invite His Excellency, the Right Honourable David Johnston, Governor General of Canada, to say a few words to us today.
Premier Clark, chiefs, parliamentarians, and all British Columbians, my wife Sharon and I are simply delighted to be with you in this beautiful part of Canada. We're always struck by the beauty when we come here, the rugged beauty of British Columbia's mountains, the forests, the sea, and we're drawn to the rich and diverse cultures and traditions of your First Nations people. We're excited about taking in some of that beauty and learning more about those cultures and traditions over the next couple of days. Sharon and I have had the privilege of meeting Canadians from every corner of our great country. By coming here in our first year, we've visited every province and territory but one, the Northwest Territories, and we look forward to our visit there very shortly. Nos voyages nous ont permis de rencontrer des Canadiens de tous les milieux. Nous avons rencontré des hommes, des femmes et des enfants, tous aussi extraordinaires les uns que les autres, pour leur engagement à servir autrui, pour leur volonté de partager, pour leur désir de s'entraider et pour leur empressement à faire ce qu'ils peuvent pour que notre pays devienne meilleur, pour le plus grand bien des générations à venir. Our travels have allowed us to meet Canadians from all walks of life. They've inspired me to continually strive towards the goal I set when I became Governor General last fall, to inspire Canada to become an even smarter, more caring nation. A nation that supports families and children, that reinforces learning and innovation, and encourages philanthropy and volunteerism. A nation where all Canadians can contribute and succeed. To help achieve that goal, I'm calling on Canadians to look ahead to 2017, when we will celebrate Canada's 150th anniversary. I'm asking Canadians to dream about the kind of country they desire, and challenging Canadians to do what they can today to make those dreams a reality tomorrow. And it is in that spirit that I'm looking forward to hearing from you and your fellow British Columbians, learning about your hopes, dreams, goals, and visions for what our country can become, and for the legacies you desire to leave behind. Let me quote my two favorite lines from Shaw. Some people see things as they are and wonder why. We dream of things that ought to be and ask, why not? Merci.
Well, thank you very much, Your Excellency. This time I'd like to call on the Honourable Shirley Bond, Attorney General, to lead the British Columbia Sheriff Coat of Arms unveiling ceremony. Minister.
Your Excellencies, Madam Premier, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful group of school children, and also looking up our veterans. We very much welcome you. It is my honor today to be here as the Attorney General, as we recognize the hard-working men and women within the BC Sheriff's Services. Today is an important day for this organization as they receive their new crest, their coat of arms, and their flag. The history of the British Columbia Sheriff is long and distinguished. Sheriffs have been in existence in our province for more than 150 years. The Sheriff's Act, which outlined the jurisdiction, the power and authority of the office, was approved in 1860. Today, there are 480 full-time and auxiliary sheriffs working across our province. The current BC Sheriff Services celebrated 35 years of service in 2009. Our sheriffs ensure the safety and the security of the staff and public in 45 courthouses and 44 circuit courts. They also provide safe and secure transportation of remanded prisoners involved with the court system. BC sheriffs serve and execute arrest warrants in civil cases, and they also have the responsibility of protecting members of the judicial system attending events outside of court facilities. They represented the province ably during the 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Games when they were deployed as part of the Integrated Security Unit. The Ministry and my colleagues in government are rightly proud of these many accomplishments and the distinguished service sheriffs provide to our citizens every day. I would now like to call on Rob Watt, who is Rideau Herald Emeritus and former Chief Herald of Canada, to read the proclamation granting the coat of arms.
Thank you, Minister. Excellencies, Madam Premier, honored chiefs, members of the Legislature, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the many, many boys and girls. It has been a tradition for over 800 years that when new heraldic symbols, in this case granted under His Excellency's authority, are formally received and proclaimed, there is an official proclamation. And this is what we now do in Canada and have since 1988. This is the official proclamation of the grant of heraldic emblems to the British Columbia Sheriff Service. To all to whom these presents shall come, or whom the same may in any way concern, greeting. À tous ceux qui verront les présentes ou que les présents concernent, salut. Whereas, in 1988, by royal letters patent of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of Canada, the Governor-General of Canada received the authority to grant armorial bearings as part of the National Honours System. And whereas in January 2009, Mr. Dave Medell, Executive Director of the Sheriff Services Division, petitioned the Chief Herald of Canada for a grant of armorial bearings to the British Columbia Sheriff Service. Now know you that pursuant to the authority which is vested with His Excellency, the Right Honourable David Johnston, Governor-General of Canada, and to the terms of my commission of office, I, Robert Douglas Watt, Rideau Herald Emeritus, do hereby proclaim the grant of arms, flag, and badge made by Claire Boudreau, Chief Herald of Canada, to the British Columbia Sheriff Service, as is described and painted in the letters patent presented today and entered in Volume 6, page 64 of the Public Register of Arms, Flags, and Badges of Canada. These emblems are to be borne and used forever hereafter by the British Columbia Sheriff Service according to the terms of the grant and the law of arms of Canada. These letters patent were signed and sealed on the 15th day of August in the year 2011 and are proclaimed and presented in the city of Victoria this 26th day of September in the year 2011. Ces lettres patentes ont scellé et signé le 15e jour d'août en l'an 2011 et elles sont proclamées et présentées dans la ville de Victoria ce 26e jour de septembre en l'an 2011. Excellence, ministre, Madame.
It is now my pleasure to invite His Excellency, the Governor-General of Canada, David Johnston, and our Premier, the Honourable Christy Clark, to unveil the new coat of arms for the BC Sheriff Services. Accepting the coat of arms on behalf of the BC Sheriff Services is Chief Sheriff Dave Medell. Before we conclude our ceremony, thank you very much, and congratulations to our Sheriff Services this morning. We would very much like it if Their Excellencies would sign our very special guest book, and we'd love for you to do that now. Your Excellency, if you would mind doing that. This concludes our ceremony this morning, but I'm sure I would like all of you to rise as the official party departs. But let's give them a very, very warm British Columbia thank you for visiting with us this morning. So please rise as His Excellency departs.
pleasure that you could